Okay, so we're going to get started on our second section of renewal training. April showers bring May flowers. I kind of like to correlate to things that you may have experienced before, that you've tried to do, and kind of take those kind of scenarios and activities and give it a business building aspect to it. So last week we talked about our why. And in that section, if you go to that section, you can read through it, you can get any documentation on it. We talked about the importance of your why, okay? Um, with that, we kind of referenced it to a pot. Okay. Now, this would be your business. Now, it could be a pot, a smaller pot. Maybe you're just doing this for yourself. Don't look at my dead leaves. Maybe it's a smaller pot because you're just here for the discount, or you want to you want to have a small little business. Maybe it's a bigger pot and you want to be more social, part-time, grow a small team. Maybe it's a full-fledged garden that you can't even see the end of it. You just want it to grow, 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 grow. That is your business. That is your goal for your business. Now, to support your business is kind of the medium, okay? So in a pot, it's your dirt, the dirt you put in there, or if you go to a garden, it's tilling the dirt there, because that's your medium that you're going to plant your seeds in, what we're going to talk about today. And that is your why. Now, I'm not going to go super deep into your why, but I want to talk about how you can use it once you develop it. Okay. And it's really the core why. It's not just like, I want to make extra money. There's a deep seated why in here of why you chose Posh and why you're working hard here. So go back and do that if you haven't done that. Some things that you can do with your why once you have it developed is, number one, you can use your whys during parties or events, or encounters with people. You can talk to them. This is why I do Posh, because it can resonate with other people too. Have a short 2 to 3 minute video sharing your why, and you can have that on social media. It could be something that you share on a regular basis, once a month, of why you do what you do here at Posh. You can take it down and make it shorter, put it in a 4x6 card, get it printed and put it with samples, because your why is going to resonate with other people's why when you really get to that deep seated why. So I just really encourage you to go back and first start there. As we talk about the seeds, there's going to be other ways in our business as we go forward that I talk about seeds, or I talk about important aspects of your business that you should be doing on a daily, weekly basis. It's consistency over time. When I was first in this business, I started with absolutely nothing, and I grew very slowly. Hence the mascot turtle, slow and steady wins the race. But I had to plant a lot of seeds, and then I had to water the seeds, and then I had to sometimes replant and rewater the seeds. Now, seeds, there are kind of 3 different seeds in our business, and I want to talk about those a little bit. And it's not just 3 seeds, but there's, in a typical direct sales or social selling business, we kind of have 3 things that we do. We have the opportunity. You can offer up the opportunity. That's a kind of seed that you're going to plant. Okay. Then you have what you would call hostess seeds. Now, some of you are like, I'm not doing parties. That's okay. It doesn't have to be a hostess seed. Maybe it's a referral seed. It's someone that's going to take your business, a hostess, a referral, and they're going to share it to others. It's not you directly per se sharing it to one person. It's you sharing it or someone sharing it to other people. Okay. So that seed's important, especially if someone comes to you and they're like, I have a friend that likes this, blah, 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 blah. That's a referral seed, a hostess seed. Okay. So this can look different here. And then the third one, and my brain is going, so I said opportunity, hostess referral seed, and then there is the sharing or selling a product seed. Okay, so 3 different seeds. And with that, you can get good seeds and bad seeds. And I want to kind of talk about that because just planting a seed isn't going to have growth, right? You have to plant good seeds. So let's talk about that a little bit. So good seeds. What are good seeds? Does anybody know what a good seed is compared to a bad seed? And it can be in sharing a product. It can be in referring a product. It could be in many different areas. I'm just going to tell you. So good seeds. Those are opportunity referral / hostess seeds that are built on relationship building, helping others, being consistent with the planting of the seeds and cultivating the seeds, being present and passionate. Doing hostess coaching would be a good seed for the hostess part, doing your hostess coaching, onboarding a new team member so that they learn how to get going. And then doing business building tasks. So those are good seeds that you're going to plant, the ones that are quality seeds. Okay. Bad seeds. Okay. So bad seeds. These are opportunity, hostess, and sharing seeds that are all about you. What can you do for me? Will you make this purchase because I need you to? I'm in an incentive. It focuses on sales, 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 not the relationship building, which is so important with a good seed. It just focuses on what can you do for me and sales, sales, sales. That is a bad seed. That's not a seed you want to continue to plant. Okay. Other ones I have on my list are you only do it when you feel like it. That can be a bad seed, you guys. There's days to take time off, to step away. But if you have too many days that you just don't feel like doing it, that can be a bad seed because it's not going to turn into something good if you are picking and choosing. Sometimes you have to do things when you don't want to. Okay. You're not consistent. That's a bad seed. You're posting and running. That we see a lot in this industry. And that's why relationship building is so important. Getting to know the person, talking to them about their needs, sharing samples, things like that. Because if you just post a sale and run, you guys, most people are going to scroll right by it. And one of the biggest things I've heard through the years from people is I'm doing everything, Shalene. I'm doing everything and I'm not getting a sale and I'm not getting anybody to join my team. And this section right here is going to help you a little bit with this. And we will expand with this later. We won't just have 3 sections. We'll actually have 5 sections. I call the 5x5. And as business building activities that you do on a consistent, regular basis that are going to help you stay consistent, present, and doing the activities, the good seed activities that are going to produce that really luscious, beautiful garden. Because there's a variety of seeds that we need. We don't need just one seed. If you just work on hostess seeds, you're going to see probably really good things in your business, but it's all going to be right here in the hostess portion. You need a variety of seeds. So when we get closer to the 5x5 tracker, you'll see that, but we're starting here with a smaller tracker because they really want you guys to get used to the activities you need to do, tracking them so that you know what you're doing good and what maybe you need to improve. I'm huge on self-assessment. You'll hear me say on Sundays a lot, plan your work your plan. What did you do well last week that you could do again this week? What didn't go so well last week that you could change or modify? Self-assessment is huge. So when you come to me and you say, I'm doing everything and I'm not getting sales, getting hostesses, we're going to peel it back to your why. And then we're going to say, what activities are you doing? Good seed activities are you doing to build that garden? So again, your good activities are that relationship building. Super important. So we have the good seeds, the bad seeds. I have my notes here, guys, so I don't forget things I wanted to talk to you about. And then we have no seeds, okay? They're seeds, but they're opportunity, hostess, and sharing seeds. Join no seeds are you don't launch, you don't do anything. You sign up for free. You get a 50% off discount for your first 30 days, but you don't do anything with it. Okay, these are no seeds. There's nothing going to come out of that because there's no action that you're doing to produce or cultivate that seed. Okay, you don't share. People have no clue that you're back at Posh or you're doing Posh because you're too afraid to share what you love and why you're doing what you love. So that's a no seed. Nothing's gonna come from that. You don't use the products nor share about the products. We already have our feature of the month that we're focused on. This week's on BFF. You should be sharing about the product, what it is, how it feels, tips and tricks on it, whose skin it's good for, what's the importance of exfoliating, having an exfoliating cleanser and a non-exfoliating cleanser. But if you don't share and you don't educate and you don't know the products and use the products, to be able to share about them, that's a no seed. Nothing is going to come from that. Okay. You have to have an actionable item to produce any results. So again, we're going to go back to good seeds, bad seeds, and no seeds at all. And you will have those in your business as downline that come in and do absolutely nothing. No seeds. And it's not your fault. It's not your fault. This is where people have to take, I'm really short on words today, have to take ownership for what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. Okay. So how do we sow these good seeds and how do we develop a variety in our garden? Okay. How do we make sure we are sowing and reaping the right harvest? Sorry, I have a daughter dinging me. This week is all about planting seeds. So last week was about developing your why. This week is about planting your seeds. And then next week, we'll talking about caring for those seeds. But we have to have planted the seeds to care for them, right? So action this week. I have 2 things in this section for you. And the reason I have 2 is because we're on an incentive period right now. But normally for this mini tracker for planting seeds, you would print this out and it says 5 products on people per week, 5 hostess connections, or these could be referral connections. Okay, if you don't do parties, they could be referral connections. And then this one is opportunity connections. You'll notice, of course, we didn't have anything really week 1. Okay, we talked about our why. This is week 2, so you're going to get started on it. And there's 5 spaces. We have 7 days in a week, you guys. So out of those 7 days, do you pick to do one a day, 5 of those 7 days? Do you pick a certain day of the week that you do products on the people, referrals, opportunity? This is what's called planting the seeds and tracking it. Because when you go to the end of the week, if I come to Sunday of this week, I'm in week 2, and I only have one of these boxes crossed off, all of these boxes crossed off, and 2 of these boxes crossed off, I'm going to visually see that I'm not developing a well-rounded business or a well-rounded garden. These, let's say these are full and these are gonna be really great seeds for me. But if I'm not doing this and this, I'm gonna have a garden that doesn't produce the best that it should. Okay, so this is just 3 activities, and you do one a day, or you decide what day you're gonna do it. You do it 5 times in a week. Now you track it for the month. This is also great because at the end of the month, you can see what you did well and what you didn't. I wanted to share with you guys a picture of another in my planner that I have, and it's the 5x5. And I guess we'll talk about that later, not in the renewal training, but excuse me, but I can share with you months in which I did these activities very well and the results that happened, and other months where I didn't track it or wasn't consistent in doing it. And my volume, new team members, new customers really showed. The best thing is you want to track these too. It's not just checking it off, it's tracking it. And we're gonna get into that more next week with cultivating those seeds, and we're gonna talk about follow-up. But I want to brainstorm a little bit with you guys here. In the comment section, if you're watching the recording, you can still do this. In the comment section, I want you to tell me what are different ways that you could share products, okay? Because someone's gonna go to me, how do I find 5 activities to do for getting product on people, or sharing product, or getting a referral? So in the comment, and I have some listed here, and I'm gonna tell you what I have listed as ideas, but what are different ways you can share products? You're gonna do those quality, good seeds. You're gonna share product. So what would those be? I'm gonna give you a second to do that, and then I'll go through my list. The comments are really delayed, so we may just get going. Okay, so if you have a pen and paper, these are the ones I had down, okay? Different ways to share products. Samples. Number 1, we're talking about sampling, getting product on the people. It can be as simple as squirting a hand cream in someone's hand, okay? So getting product on the people. Getting product reviews from people. If you sample it out, have somebody do a review. I know I've seen those already from our innovative Posh people, that they do the feature of the month, and they have they send out samples, and they ask for a review on those samples to share to other people, because people want to hear what other people have to say. So maybe it's a product review, featuring it, doing videos, listening and helping someone that has an issue or a problem, and then sharing the product with them. You can do things like product bundles, feature of the week, focusing on that product throughout the week. Day 1, spotlight it. Today, Tip Tuesday, do a tip on BFF. Wednesday, you're going to talk about an ingredient, or Wisdom Wednesday. We have these in the guide section as ideas to theme your days, to keep you consistent, to share about the products, okay? Next one, What are different ways you can share the hostess opportunity or the referral opportunity? Because like I said before, not everybody will do parties, but you need a way to get new people into the business. You can do that by sharing products, but a lot of times you have to get out of your warm market, the people you know, and get out into your cold market. And that would be maybe the people that so I know who's on here. I know, I can't see, Lisa, okay? And Lisa knows Barb, Carrie, and Heidi, okay? Lisa is a close friend of mine, but those other three aren't. So they would be my cold market. So she's gonna help me through parties, through referrals to get to those other people and to expand my business. So share the hostess or the referral opportunity. And that should become easier as we move into our perks program, because we'll be able to talk about how to use perks to reward people that refer people. But different ways to share the hostess opportunity. Share reviews of, a party that went really well and what the hostess got for doing the party. Again, you guys will continue to work on this as the perks program comes out. If you're watching this later in the business, you probably already have that taken care of. So you'd be using perks and sharing how that person earned a lot of great free products by sharing you with friends. Um, so sharing what the hostess has earned, develop some fun party themes and games. That's a great way to get new hostesses in. Okay, maybe you do bingo, maybe you do a self-care challenge. So hostess, getting them in with fun themes and games. Connecting with those that have been interested and said they're interested in not joining and having a party or or sharing it with other people. We'll be talking about portable parties. That's another one that through the years we've done, where one person in your warm market can take a portable party to work or out, and they can share it with other people, collect orders, and earn perks. Okay. Once we know what that is, we will expand on that. But right now it's just we're just planting the seed. What are different ways you can plant opportunity seeds? Okay. Create conversations, share your why, do a kit video. Now we know we don't have kits, right? But you have a code for 50% off the first 30 days to purchase what you want as your beginning part of your business. So for me, when I'm looking at that, I'm going to pick products that I want to share, review, talk about, get samples on people in this kit, and I'm going to do an unboxing video. So once that box comes, I'm going to maybe do an unboxing video. I'm going to do an unboxing video social, and then I'm going to invite a few friends over, and we're going to get in and we're going to jump in and play with the products again. Again, this looks different for everyone depending on where you're at in the business right now. So kit videos or unboxings are a great way to share the opportunity. Share how Posh has blessed you. Yesterday, here's an opportunity seed that I planted. Was yesterday my daughter had soccer. It was the solar eclipse, and she asked if 3 of the girls could come over early. They could watch the solar eclipse, have some lunch, do their hair, and go to their soccer game. And if I didn't have the flexibility I have in my business, I wouldn't have been able to do that. And that to me is such an opportunity that many people would love to have. They would love to have the opportunity for their business, their job, to be flexible. And again, that might not be right now, but that may be something that someone really wants, that really deep seated why. They had a mom maybe that worked full time, a few jobs, they had a dad, they were, always home alone, and they don't want that for their children. Okay. That is a deep seated why of why they would come into this business and this opportunity. So, sharing those things as you encounter them, the blessings of doing this business, traveling is another one, meeting new friends is another one, learning and growing, stepping out of your comfort zone. Those are all things that people really want to do and love to see the opportunity that here at Posh we can do those. So those are just some examples of what you could be doing throughout the week to be checking those boxes off, okay? And it needs to be consistent, and over time, sometimes you feel like you're just saying the same thing over and over again, but I can promise you that someone is they'll hear it, but it'll take 6 to 7 times before it'll register in their brain, and they'll be like, "Oh, what's that Posh thing? Oh, maybe I would want to do that." So seeds aren't just planted and left. You have to continue to cultivate them and take care of them. But this is just looking at the seeds themselves, the important parts of our business that you need to do consistently over time and will produce a very, very big garden if you wanted to. So, last thing I'm going to talk about with this, and my challenge for you guys is to grab a notebook or use the back, print this off and use the back of this to keep track of people. Next week, there is a section in our guide section that I think it's called Contact Tracker. For those that were with Posh before and learned about funnels, there is a Hostess customer funnel where you can keep track of them on paper. Some of you may decide to keep track of it on a notebook or on your computer. You can keep track of it. But when you get product on somebody, on a week, like you cross off a box, you don't just cross off the box. You're going to want to keep track of it, and you'll see why next week. But I would like to see you kind of share. How are you doing on this? Is it helping you stay present and taking care of things? It's something that was super helpful for me. And again, especially when it comes to not feeling like your business is growing the right way, we can look at it as a sponsor, as a friend, as a fellow co-posher, and be like, well, I'm seeing that, this is really low. What can we do to help you work on this area of your business? So that's your seeds, you guys, your seeds. Now, I did put in this section, if the incentive's over and you're watching this replay, you don't have to listen to this section. But I also did kind of a similar tracker to show you how this can really help you stay consistent in your business. And this is for the Miami incentive, okay? And I broke it down into $50 orders per week, 5 of them. Okay, so you'd cross off box for every $50 order. 5 products on the people, samples, getting things out on people, and 5 follow-ups per week. So it's similar to this, but I geared it more towards the incentive and pushing yourself outside the box for the incentive for prizes. There is a recording on how to use this. So if you don't see it, let me know and I will tag you in it. If you get through a full sheet, before the month is over, then you just print it again and you staple it together, and then you just keep moving through the month. So if I have a goal for $2,000 month, I may want to do this sheet and another sheet and then keep track of it. But the whole thing, guys, is really keeping that why front and center. Why are you here? What makes this important to you? Planting good seeds in the different areas, and then tracking them with next week as we talk about ways to follow up or drip. And when I say drip, that means kind of give a little bit more to someone, water it a little bit, to give them time to decide if it's for them or not. So that's kind of what we have today. I appreciate everybody being here. I will get this uploaded onto YouTube and then into our guide section. So please make sure to ask any questions that you have, and I'll go back through the questions and help you guys out. Hope you have an amazing Tuesday, guys.